Hey guys, welcome back. Bolt Spider here, and today we're going to be covering the final set of Dawn of Majesty for us. So let's get right into it. Now, we have quite a bit of cards to go over and all their rarity. So we're on the lovely Yugipedia page, and they have every single card in every single rarity of what there is. So let's get right into it. So for the ultras, we have Dramaturge of Despia Gizmek. Just a lot of things that we already know. Both of the Gizmeks. Protector Spirit Lolligith is a brand new ultra rare because we found out that the other day. Then we also have Despian Quatris. We already know those. We pretty much knew all of these on the top. Now, the new ultra rares that we didn't know, we have the Grand Sulfur Musia. This is the Link 2 for Sulfur Cord, which is actually very good to help out the deck, but the deck still needs something something to help it, like Electromite, to come off. Then we have Stardust Illumination. This card is a ultra for the set for the Stardust deck, and if you're wanting to build Stardust, you have a hard time getting the cards because a lot of the cards are ultra and secret rare. Then we have the Magic Key T and Magic Key World, and also we do have High Ritual Art, which is interesting. Super rares I'm not really going to go over because there's so many of them, but I'm going to pull out all the newer cards that we've gotten as well. So we have quite a bit to go off of that. Then for the secret rares, we have Beetrooper Scout Buggy. This is the only card that was unaccounted for today in every single opening, which is shocking to say the least. Then we have Stardust Synchron, Albert the Jester of Despia. One thing to note about this card, the text error for the card. Let me pull up the two different copies. We have copy 1 and copy 2. So this copy is from North America. This copy states in the text branded, while from Europe it is state Despia. So over in the EU, all their copies are mistranslated. So the correct copies are for North America. And I believe that they fixed it on here. Yep, they did. So then after that, we have other things like Shooting Majestic Star Dragon as a secret rare. Arrival in Light is Arrival Miracle in the OCG. Sacred Scrolls of the Gizmek Legends. Ready Fusion Synchro Overtake. And next, let's get into the newer cards once they add all of them, which I think they have most of them. So, few of the imports we're getting: Link Apple, Flying Red Carp, Dino Wrestler, Iguana Drake. We have the Tindingle monster. We're finally getting Shinobi Insect, Hagakure Mino, Two Toads with One Hop, Trickstar Fez, Ghosty, and Goki Finisher or Finishing Move now. Now, I want to go over all the brand new cards that we have, which is quite a bit. So let's go down the line and start off with DDD, Different Dimension Derby. If you troll a face-up monster that was ritual summoned using a normal monster, or was Fusion, Synchro, XYZ, or Link monster using a normal monster as a material, you can target one card in the field, banish it. This is going to make a lot of ruling problems, I could definitely say that, but it helps out decks like World Chalice and many other decks like Magic Key. Next up we have Raiten the Heavenly General. It is a level 3 Earth Warrior. The link markers are top left, bottom right. 2+ monsters with the same type, so something like something like Isolde being 2 warriors, you're most likely gonna run this in Goki. Once per turn during the standby phase, you can target one face-up monster this card points to. Special summon one level 4 lower monster with the same type from your hand to zone this card points to. At the start of the battle phase, target one card your opponent controls, destroy it. You can only use this effect once per turn. So the first effect is a standby phase effect, so it has to live to see that day, and the second effect is whenever you want at the start of the battle phase. After that we have the Pazuzu. It is a level 1 Pendulum Fiend effect that is dark. with a scale of 1, 500 attack, 500 defense. Pendulum effect, once per turn, target one card in your other pendulum zone. This card's pendulum scale becomes the level of the pendulum of that pendulum monster card until the end of this turn. Also, you cannot special summon for the rest of the turn, except pendulum monsters. And the monster effect, pendulum summons of your monsters cannot be negated. That is quite nice. After that, we have Baby Mud Dragon as a level 1 Dark Dragon Tuner. Luckily, they banned LP. If this card you control is used as a synchro material, you could treat it as a non-tuner. When this card is sent to the graveyard as a synchro material, declare one type or attribute, then target one synchro monster you control. It becomes the declared type attribute until the end of the turn. This card is okay, it's not the best, but overall it's still another Dragon Tuner that you can run, and also it's dark, but I'd still run Rocket Synchron over that. Next up, we have the first secret rare, which is Beetrooper Scout Buggy. We already know what this card does. It summons another copy from the deck, and you cannot summon monsters except insect monsters, which is absolutely fine. Now, for the Beetrooper stuff, we don't really have the images for them, but let's cover Knight's End Administrator real quick. It is a light level 6 spellcaster with 2300 attack, 1400 defense, and it requires one Knight and Sorcerer and one non-tuner monster. If this card is special summoned or another spellcaster monster is special summoned to your field, target one card in your opponent's graveyard, banish it. If this card is destroyed by battle, or this card in its owner's monster zone is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, target one level 4 or lower spellcaster monster in your graveyard, special summon it. You can only use this effect of Night End's Administrator once per turn. You could essentially run this in something like Endymion if you want to run the Night End Sorcerer. And Night End Sorcerer is a pretty old card. It is, when this card is special summoned, target up to 2 cards in your opponent's graveyard, banish them. That's not a once per turn effect. So you could run this in Endymion, and this is a tuner, so that's quite nice. Now let's get into the Beetrooper cards. I really haven't read them, so let's get right into it. During the main phase, quick effect. Target one insect monster in your graveyard, and one monster in your opponent's graveyard. Special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, place the targeted monster on the bottom of the decks. If this card is normal or special summon, you can add one Beetrooper spell or trap card from your deck to your hand. You can only use each effect once per turn. So this card is actually very good. You could recycle things like your Beetrooper Scout Buggy and many of your other Beetrooper monsters, and you could even run this in with Insectors or even Battle Wasps. Make sure to get your Battle Wasp cards that actually extend, because those are going to be useful. Next up, we have the Giant Beetrooper Invincible Atlas. It is a link 4 that points top, bottom left, bottom right. 2+ insect monsters. When this card is link summoned, when this link summon card has 3000 attack or less, your opponent cannot target it with card effects. Also, it cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects. You cannot special summon monsters except insect monsters. You contribute one insect monster, activate one of these effects. Special summon one Beetrooper monster from your deck. This card gains 2000 attack till the end of the turn. You can only use the effect of Giant Beetrooper Invincible Atlas once per turn. This is actually a very good boss monster, as you can make it go up to 5000, outing things like Dragoon and many other cards. I really like this card because it triggers many of your Beetrooper monsters already, and I really like this archetype so far. Next up, we have the other level 3 is Beetrooper Scale Bomber. It's a level 3 fire insect. If an insect monster is normal or special summoned to your field, you can special summon this card from your hand. When a monster your opponent controls activates its effects, quick effect, tribute one insect monster, destroy it. You can only use each effect of this card once per turn. So this is actually a very good card, but it doesn't stop the negation. I definitely enjoy it, and I definitely like what they're doing with Beetrooper. It is definitely a deck that you really have to watch out for when the Wave 2 comes out, I'm going to be getting all the cards because I'm heavily interested in this archetype. So that's definitely very good. After that, we have Beetrooper Armor Horn. It is their Link 2. And let's see what they have. 2 insect monsters. You cannot special summon monsters except insect monsters. You can only use each of the following effects of Beetrooper Horn once per turn. During the main phase, you can immediately, after this effect resolves, normal summon 1 insect monster. If this card is in your graveyard, banish 3 other insect monsters from your graveyard, special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. That's fine. It points up and down. That's completely fine. You can co-link this with your Beetrooper Atlas, so that's actually very good. Then it's just another extender into a Link 2, which is nice. And finally, we have Beetrooper Formation. It's their field spell. Target 1 Beetrooper monster in your graveyard. Special summon it, but it cannot attack this turn. Also, you lose life points equal to the original attack. If a face-up insect monster you control is destroyed by battle or by card effect, special summon 1 Beetrooper token, insect, earth, level 3, 1000 attack and defense, and you can only use each effect once per turn. This is a good field spell. It reminds me of Cosmotown, but it is a hard op compared to Cosmotown, but overall, I still like it. I really do. Oh wait, no, the first effect's not once per turn. So this is just Cosmotown, but for insects, for Beetrooper. Honestly, I can't wait for the next wave of this. But I hope you guys did enjoy this reveal, and if you want to see more from this set, you can check out all the box openings that have been uploaded today. But anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy, and see you guys in the next video.